So if you haven't already, go ahead and run Love as it is by double-clicking on the shortcut, and you'll be greeted with some weird-looking Love 2D window. It might not look exactly like mine depending on your version, but I can guarantee it'll be something a little weird. What this screen means is that Love is running, but no game files were found. And this makes sense. Love needs some actual code from us before it can do anything. So once you're done watching this, you can go ahead and close out of it. As I'm sure you've now noticed, Love doesn't have some kind of editor that it comes with. So it's not like Unity or GameMaker. Instead, it's up to the user to provide code for everything that occurs in the game. And after running it, you can see the game in action. Now, I know that may sound scary not having immediate feedback on what the game looks like, but believe me, having this code-focused paradigm allows us so much more freedom. And you'll see what I mean by that as we move along with this course. We're going to use outside tools in conjunction with Love in order to get everything accomplished in an easy way. Now, this next part is very important. Games made with Love have a particular folder structure in order for them to work. Luckily for us, though, it's really easy and straightforward. First, you need to make a new folder. This can be anywhere on your computer. I'm going to put mine right on the desktop. Right-click, New Folder. And then you're going to give it a name. I would recommend naming it either the name of your game or your project. I'm going to call mine Test Project. Next, inside of this folder, we're going to create a new file. So I'm going to right-click, New, and it's going to be a text document at first, but we're going to be changing it from a .txt to a Lua file, and it has to be called main.lua. And yes, we do want to change the extension. If you cannot see the extension of the file, you can go up to View, and then there is a file name extensions box that you can click. Once you have this file created, everything is set up and ready to go. Like I said at the start of this section, Love utilizes Lua code in order for us to create games, and this will be our first example of showing that in action. Now, if we want to open this project in our development environment, in my case I'm using Visual Studio Code, I'm going to start the program and then I'm going to go to File, Open Folder, and then now I need to navigate to wherever I had that folder. In my case, I had it on the desktop, and here it is, Test Project. So I'm going to choose this folder and then choose Select Folder. And now our project is open in Visual Studio Code. We can see our main.lua file that we just created, and if we double click on it, it opens up the file and we're able to edit its contents. Now that we have a project with the correct structure, we can actually run this as is. In order to run a Love game, you have several options. A surefire way is to take your project folder, click and drag it directly onto Love, like this. And if it works, you'll get a black screen that says Untitled at the top. This is normal. The game project we made is running. It's just that since our main.lua has nothing in it, that means that nothing is going to happen. Another option to run your games, which you will probably prefer, is to run the project within Visual Studio Code itself. If you have your project open like this, you can use the hotkey Alt-L, and it'll take your code and run it through Lua, just like before. Keep in mind that this requires you to have the setup steps from the previous lecture. So if Alt+L isn't working for you in Visual Studio Code, take another look at the previous lecture to see if you miss any steps. Just to further prove that we are successfully running this game, let's go ahead and put in a few lines of sample code in this main.lua file. I'm going to put in the lines function love.draw, and then on the next line, we're going to say love.graphics.print, and within these parentheses, we're going to put quotes, and then some message. I'm going to say, hello world. And then after this, we're going to say end. So when your code is set up just like this, you can do Control-S to save, or go up to File, Save. And once that's done, you can go ahead and run the game once more by doing Alt-L. And it's a little bit small, but you can see your message displayed right here. With this set up, everything is ready to go to get started with programming.